So good morning and warm welcome to everybody. And whether you've been following along with these reflections or just dipping in, hope you feel welcome in this short time together to pause from our activities, many responsibilities and also preoccupations and things we need to deal with. So I'm framing this invitation to take a break, finding a comfortable posture, sitting, standing or lying down, and maybe taking a few deeper breaths to just help that sense of, okay, here and now, having the intention to take a while to pause from activities and more fully attend to our immediate experience. And so the sense of the body, taking a few moments to acknowledge a sense of the body, whatever we might sense of it, where it's resting on the ground or a chair or a cushion, anything really that's of the body happening, being sensed, perceived, here and now. A sense of how lost we can get in activities and thinking, and strengthening our capacity to be present in our life and to whatever comes. A sense of pausing and allowing the mind and the heart to settle a little bit, the body. And listening to the reflections from this more embodied awareness, spacious presence. We're listening with more of our being, more of our heart, more of our mind. And feel free to have the eyes open or closed, but listening to the Dharma teachings and the practice suggestions I might offer. Listening in that grounded, spacious way where we are present with the listening, with the hearing of that, with what's happening for us here and now, right? So it can, at least in my experience, so easily get cut off from the here and now. It's like all goes up into the thinking, the head thinking about, okay, we do this, we do that. Whereas if I have a sense of the body, and some sense of the body, the heart, it's like, oh, okay, there's a different kind of listening there. And this is where we're more likely to receive something helpful, either from the words that I'm offering or from just being present with yourself. Just being sort of present in a more kind, interested way. Something really of what we need can come from that. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the theme. It might just be a sense of stopping and sitting for a while, or feeling the presence of others through this occasion. So gladdening the heart, mind, citta, C-I-T-T-A in the Pali language. This sense of our aware, sensitive heart mind that can be gladdened. And so this week, wanting to touch on this and just offer a few possibilities for cultivating or uncovering or tuning into, which is an image I really like on a radio, just tuning to the mudita, the in Pali word for gladness, joy, appreciation. It's a channel that can become kind of not much tuned into sometimes, depending on what's happening, and tendencies of our mind can often feel quite like a big stretch. So just many, many ways we might cultivate this, and I touched on one way on Monday, and today just a couple of others. Just maybe this sense of even having the question, an inquiry, like, oh, so there's this heart mind, this sensitive, aware energy, which produces thoughts and experiences feelings and sensations and meanings, and it can be trained, it can be gladdened. How? So through the day or through the meditation, like for some of us, that might be enough, just how does that happen? The kind of gladness which is really not about, sensory stuff or success or achievement or anything like that. But it's a kind of tuning to, responding to the goodness or the truth or the beauty that the heart mind can touch, can perceive, can be knowing. The goodness, all different kinds. Beauty, many different kinds. Truth in all of its expressions. So that really opens up a lot of possibility for what might be gladdening. And maybe it's a little different for each of us, somewhat the same, somewhat different. You think about your cat or your dog, if you have one. It might be themes to do with the Dharma, the Buddha, Sangha, these themes of awakening and the Dharma teachings and the community of practitioners that can be very gladdening. Yeah, so many different memories. And as a lens, as a way of looking, perhaps we can really be surprised at how pervasive and how available this sense of, or this possibility of gladdening the heart mind is. Even in difficulty, just hearing about a friend who's ill and noticing a sense of gladness arise for the care that that person has received. So there might be images, memories, and I'll leave a little bit of silence for you to explore this a bit. So there might just be one thing we've heard about, that's like, we're so glad that's happening. And as some of you may know, this is particularly important because of the negativity bias of the brain, of the mind, which I think is generally understood and accepted and has some evolutionary sort of benefits perhaps, but it's a way of living, has its, its downside for sure. Negativity bias sound familiar to anyone? Yes. And so this sense of how do we gently incline or consider or imagine or remember. And again, not as a pressured thing, just as a gentle invitation. And a sense of, I don't know about you, but maybe I've practiced this quite a lot, and I can sense that the heart, the sort of energy of the field of the mind, of the heart, this, can't put your finger on it, but this awareness, this sensitivity, intelligence, it gets warmed and brightened. Like I can feel that even now, just talking about it. So there's, talking with, the spiritual friendship, good friends, and suitable conversation. What gladdens your mind today, dear friend? What brings you joy? What makes you smile? And letting the mind, in a meditative kind of moment like this, let's pick up on a person, a memory, whatever, sort of the sense of that little bit of gladness kind of expanding, this warming, brightening sense. And just enjoy it. Enjoy, savor, linger with a sense of your whole body, allowing your whole body, your whole mind, your whole being to be touched and warmed and brightened by even a very small, sort of subtle sense of gladness, which doesn't even have to have a name or an image or an idea associated with it. It might just be the gladness of being. But even that's a label. So I'll leave a little bit of time now for you to, if you wish to, again feel the body resting in its posture. Encouragement to settle, and if it's a lot of sleepiness, feel free to open the eyes, stretch a bit. And just there's a kind of creativity possible here. There's no one way you have to do this or open to this, or you don't have to do it at all. But if there's interest, if there's willingness, like, okay, here we are. The body, the heart, the mind. Maybe seeing what comes, just when you ask one of those questions, like, what might give rise to some gladness? Very simple things. Something that's present for you right now, or something from before. And just gently kind of holding it holding it in your hand like a precious, beautiful creature or beautiful jewel or just something lovely that you want to appreciate and take care of and abide or linger or feel opening gradually, gently to this energy of gladness, however modest, however subtle, and whatever of that energy arises for you. Yeah, let the mind and the body be suffused, be mm, sort of this image of soaking, something soaking into the soil like that, gradually, gradually in its own way, in its own time. Nothing we have to make happen, and no other way that we have to feel or be right now for this to be an effective or enjoyable exploration. So thank you for being here, for your practice. Hope there might be something in this that might be of some help, support to you in your life, in your practice. And so, yeah, I wish you a good day and a good night. And yeah, I'll pick up on this theme again on Friday, and Chas will be with you tomorrow. So